Yeah, so good morning. My name is Janet Chidelo Anauku. In case if you are coming across this video for the first time, I am a mom of two. I base here in Italy with my husband and my two children. Okay, so by the thumbnail of this video, I know you already know what I'm trying to say, okay? And this message is for all the Nigerians who thought they were wiser by doing all the atrocities they committed in this country. With all the evil acts he committed in this country, all the Italian landlords has now come together to have a meeting over Nigerians. An Italian person told me this 3 days ago, how all the Italian landlords had meeting over Nigerians, saying that no landlord should ever rent house to Nigerians again, except if the person is willing to buy a house. Now you tell me, how many Nigerians are willing to buy a house in this country, except for those who wanted to buy a house just because they wanted the money that they would get from the bank. And this is where I'm coming from, okay? So many Nigerians borrowed money from the bank, all in the name of buying a house. They knew very well that house, they are not going to stay in that house. But just because a bank gives certain amount of money to those that buy a house in this country, so many Nigerians went into this business of buying a house. Because none of them ever have the good intention of buying a house. They only went to buy that house because of the money they are going to be getting from there. So many Nigerians borrowed money from bank, and after they borrowed that money, they managed to pay for house rent for maybe 1 year, 2 years. The highest amount of people that paid for house here is 3 or 4 years. And if you see good person, maybe the person paid 5 years, okay? And after that, they'll just go and sack themselves from work and collect all their liquidation and run to Nigeria or run to another place. When you buy a house here, there is a certain amount of money they give to anybody that buys house, and that money is for you to maintain that house you are going to be moving in. Especially if you are buying old house, there is this certain amount of money they are going to give you for you to repair your house. But Nigerians will never do that. They will gather that money, they will send it to Nigeria and go and start building a house in Nigeria. Whereas the house they buy here, everything inside is getting spoiled. Can you imagine? Can you imagine spoiling another person's property? Instead of you to do the right thing, you send the money to your own country and start building a house while another person's property is spoiling, and you think it is going to be well with you. If you want to spoil another person, take your own. Now so your own go to spoil. Now so your own go to spoil, my people. So you people should stop all these evil acts. And the thing that is happening here to us now, we the good Nigerians are the ones suffering everything, all the atrocities that you all committed in these countries. Because they now see Nigerians as people that doesn't pay debt, people that go about borrowing money and doesn't pay. In fact, what is happening to Nigerians? We the good ones, I see myself as a good Nigerian because I've been in this country for over 15 years. And no landlord will ever come out today and say, oh, you and your family, you are owing us €5 or €1. Let me just say €1. So I see myself as a good Nigerian. But why must you all spoil things for we, the good ones here? That money you ran away with, thinking that you're going to build yourself a mansion in Nigeria, my dear, the repercussion that will come after you. You see, we, the good Nigerians here, the prayers we are giving to you every day, including combined with the prayers Italian people, those people who are owing money, are given to you, the repercussion is going to be too heavy for you to bear. Because if you think you are going to be building yourself a mansion with somebody else's wealth, my dear, when their house starts crawling kata on your head, don't think there is village people behind you. It's all the evil atrocities that you committed here in Italy that is pursuing you. Okay? We the good Nigerians who are willing to train our children here. I don't want my children to grow up tomorrow suffering from something they know nothing about. Because I know that people like you that do this kind of thing, you don't care about your children feeling, because your type are the ones that bundle their children even when they are adults. You bundle them like a Ghana must go and take them back to Nigeria just because you know that your ways are not pure. But since my children are going to grow in this country because they are born here, I cannot bundle them and take them back to Nigeria tomorrow just because I am going back to Nigeria. They are born here, so I want them to have a say in their life. If they want to stay here, fine. If they want to come to Nigeria to relocate tomorrow, I want it to be the choice they make on them by themselves. Now you go enter bus, you no go pay. Now you go rent house, you no go pay house rent. What is it? What is it? Why are you people making us suffer in this country? We have so many things that other people are gaining from this country. But once they know that we are Nigeria, they say, oh, Nigerian non pagano. Nigerian non pagano. And when and Italians are good in generalizing things, okay? Because when Nigeria do something, 2, 3, 4 Nigeria do the same thing, they will now generalize it as if we are all the same. This is very, very painful. It hurts a lot. I am speaking for my family and I don't know about you. But one thing I'm going to tell you is that we, all the good Nigerians here, the kind of prayers we are giving to all you, the bad Nigerians that spoil this country today, Can you imagine someone will rent a house? Landlord will give you a house. You will manage to pay maybe 1 year. After 1 year, you say, I will not pay again. Some of them even left the house that they rented from landlord, now rent it to their fellow Nigerians, collecting money from that fellow Nigerians, and they are not giving the money to the landlord. All of them ran to London with the excuse of, my child wants to go to a better education. Is it anybody's fault if you did not if you are not able to work for your child to go to a better school? Why must you run away with someone else's world? This is getting out of hands. I know a lot of Nigerians that rent house, they are no longer paying. And when they're tired of paying, they are already planning to go to London. And when they left, they keep somebody inside that house. The person will be paying money into their own account instead of paying the money to the landlord. And before you know it, landlord will now come and kick the person out. And tomorrow, when you want to go and rent a house, they will tell you, oh, Nigerian, this is out of hand. This is really, really crazy. All the bad things, those of you that did this thing that I'm talking about, that thing you think you want to go and do with that person's money will never work for you, because you people have spoiled everything for us in this country. Imagine you working, I live in a 3-bedroom apartment today. Yes, I thank God I have roof over my head. But I cannot say that I'm proud of the house, the kind of house that I'm living today. I was even telling my husband the other day, what if this landlord wake up tomorrow and say, oh, I want to use my house? How are we going to find another house? Since all the landlords in this country have decided not to rent a house to Nigerians. A house that I did not buy when I came to Italy. Is it now that I'm going to be planning to buy a house at this age? And you want me to give you a better prayer? And like I said, if you are building a mansion with somebody else's money, when that house will be falling katakata on your head, you will think that your village people are at work. No village people. Everything in this life have repercussion. And you will surely pay for all the evil deeds you committed in this country. When Nigerians enter this country, especially men, instead of them to go and register themselves in school, so that tomorrow with that language they learn, they will be able to get a better job, all you will see them do is join gang and learn how to tie Igbo. Instead of them going to learn a language for them to get a better job tomorrow. You will see a Nigerian person enter this country today. You will see a Nigerian person enter this country today with Ghana, Cameroon, Senegal, and every other African countries. Those people, once they enter here, their main target is for them to learn the language, because they know that with the language, they are going to get a better job tomorrow. But for we, a Nigerian person want to grab the money. They want to grab the money immediately. And that's why you see them putting their hands in every bad thing they can find in this country. You should be ashamed of yourself. Go and look at your mates, Ghanaian, Cameroonian, Senegalese, all these African countries. A Nigerian person will be here for 20 years and is still using past tense for present in Italian language. You enter here the same day with a Ghana person, with a Cameroon person. Before 1 month, before 6 months, 1 year, that person is speaking an Italian as if he graduated from this place. You are still there saying io andare. What does that mean? All you people are after is money. Money, money, money. And because of this greediness, you have spoiled Italy for us, and God will punish every one of you that have hand in spoiling this country for us. I am speaking on behalf of my family, especially my children. Especially my children. Like I said, my children are going to make their choice tomorrow if they want to go back to Nigeria to settle when they are adults, or they want to remain here. And I know they are going to remain here because my daughter is almost 16 years and she keeps saying that she doesn't have anything to do with Nigeria. So since she's going to stay here, my dear, we have to fight for our children. And for those of you that have hand in doing this to us, I don't want to swear for your children, because I believe that no child should suffer for what his or his or her dad did in this life. So I am not going to swear for your children, but if you want to spoil our children's way here tomorrow by making Italian hate all Nigerians, my dear, that thing you started and the way you are going to end it, it will not be well with you. It will not be well with you. I am so ashamed when I see Nigerians enter bus fighting with driver just because they could not buy a bidet of €1.30, €1.50. Some of them are so shameless. The other day, one was even saying, let them continue to give me muta. Let them continue to give me muta. If I count to the muta I have at home, it's more than 100. And you are proud to say that in another person's country. Whereas in your own country, Nigeria, they don't born you where maybe you enter down for say you no pay driver. Not be conductor go blow your face for there. Conductor go finish your face with blow. Eh? But you come here, they drag. So there was a time the drivers, when they see a black person on bus in the bus, when they see black person in the bus stop, they will think you are Nigerian, they will pass. But those people that knew that they were not Nigerians, they will go and sue those drivers. And when they sue those drivers, that's when you find out that those people are not Nigerians. They are either from Cameroon, Senegal, or Congo. Eh? But how many of you in Nigeria will see a driver just see you at the bus stop and drive past because he does not want to carry you? You don't have guts to sue them because you know that your ways are not pure. You know that your ways are not pure, so you don't even have the guts to do those kind of things. It happens so many times here. I think 2 or 3 years ago, when they will see black person standing at the bus stop, they will just pass because they know that you don't pay for tickets. But when Ghanaians, Cameroon started suing them, that was when the drivers now open eye and say, okay, before you enter the bus, I must see your ticket. Enough is enough. I know that all of us collected motor. At least one should be enough. That one should teach you a lesson. That one you collected should teach you a lesson. I am one of those persons that collected motor years back when I newly come to this country. And the day I collected that motor, my whole day spoiled that day because I was saying to myself, how can I go and pay €50 for a ticket of €1.30? I learned my lesson from there. But some people, they don't want to learn. They just keep spoiling things, If every one of us should join hands together and spoil this country, how do you want it to be? It will turn to be like your own country, Nigeria. And then that's where you see them saying, Italian people no good. Italia is no good. They run go Germany, run go London. Upon that, when I no change, heaven will judge all of you. Heaven will judge all of you that have hand in spoiling things for us in this country. We can no longer borrow money in the bank. We cannot do anything. And some of you even have the guts of making videos talking about how Italian government is bad on Nigerians. They don't want to give them post-pay. They don't want to allow them to have post-pay accounts. How can they allow you to have post-pay accounts when you are not working? You are not working, you are sending up to €3,000 in Nigeria every month. I am working, I struggle to send €100 because by the time I finish paying my bills, I know how much I have left. But you are not working and you are sending 300, you are sending 3,000 to Nigeria. And you want Italian government to tolerate that. And tomorrow you will be the one to say Italy is no good when you might have finished spoiling everything here. My people, all of now when they do this thing, it shall never be well with you. That is one thing I know. Because we are all suffering in Italy today because of your bad attitude. Because of all the atrocities you committed in this country. All those plans you think you are planning with somebody else's money, that plan no go work. It no go ever work. As far as God is alive, it will never work. Enough is enough.